Yeah,
There's
man.
no underestimation and nothing worse. People have reached out. I'm a head teacher in this. I'm a da da da. Yeah, and he blags. Yeah. Send me your resumes to fdmg dot so and so and so. You don't read them. You ain't getting back to nobody. People are online saying, "Yo, I offered to renovate this. I'm a plumber. I'm gonna do this. I do that," and he don't get back to them. He got back to the one geezer with the HVAC thing, and then smeared his name everywhere because they didn't even pay him properly, and this and that, some kind of foolishness. Dude, just so here's the question mark, and to the siblings. Dr. Umar Johnson, he's raised millions of pounds. He's had to purchase a property. He's done some form of renovations to it outside of getting old or middle-aged women to come and decorate without the proper PPE or even painting equipment. Where's the rest of the money gone? Outside of him living from motel to motel and rental to rental and food, because it's constant takeout food, where is this money going? Is he on drugs? Because people are hypothesizing that he's playing with his nose potentially or something. Yeah. Where's the money going? Is he being extorted? Let's put the tinfoil hat on, Mark.
No, it's not being extorted. This is all him.
Okay.
This is all him, Noble. And I know you're trying to give him you're giving different things of what it could be. It's all him, because when he's going live, yeah, and he's attacking brothers, like calling man struggle streamers, and like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And even with that, yeah, like let's clear even that up, yeah, because that's something that I'm noticing. Like the other day when we were talking about Cole Palmer, and someone commented and said, I'm sure his parents are more proud of him than some low-level YouTuber. And I'm like, listen, yeah, that's what he said. And I'm like, you know what it is, folks? You got to understand, yeah, that a man like Umar is clutching at straws now. Like he's lost a lot of following. Like, let me just give you an example. So, mans can see Ben in the chat, yeah. I talked to Ben on WhatsApp, and I know Ben was like me, a supporter. I know that for a fact. You went in it, Ben, to the last thing in it. You went to the last thing that he did, didn't you? In the UK. So this is what I'm saying. These are people who were behind what Mans was doing. Let me see. Yeah, I'll wait for man. This is what Mans were behind what he was doing, just thinking like, there's not too many men out there speaking up for like black unity, and there's just not a lot of it. But if you really check it, Noble, if we're sitting here in 2025 August, we're officially 8 months into 2025, people.
Yeah.
And you think about this, that whole conscious community in the States they were all frauds. Polite, Sarnetta, Umar Johnson now. All these men, all of these guys, who? Nature Boy. What happened to, you know that other little one, Young Pharaoh, what happened to him?
He's lost it, man.
Now remember, these men, Young Pharaoh was driving a Lamborghini.
Lamb, he had a lamb.
Man's had on like some Rolex and all kind of things. Like these men were making bread. The conscious community,
crazy bread.
I remember when it was. Listen, that conscious community, they made a joke. Matter of fact, they killed Pan-Africanism. They
killed the thing. Yeah,
they killed. I'm not a Pan-Africanist at all, even though I respect what them men do. But they killed that. They killed the conscious community. They killed it. You get me? Facts. Let me read somebody. So Ben, yeah, I can see Ben jumped in. So Western shout out. Dr. Umar moves like he's a baller. I can kind of imagine him being in strip clubs most nights. That's how it's starting to look. It's starting to look like one big scam. Ben, yeah, I saw him when he came to London last summer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ben. Umar, D42. Umar reminds me of them guys you see, dressed head to toe in designer, driving top of the line whip, but they're living some grotty bedsit. Yeah, facts. Because I was watching the lady on Tasha K this morning, and she was saying how in Yam their front and where that I shouldn't even, a man who's talking about the community moving forward, I shouldn't even have to visualize you doing nothing like that. Things like that. I'm from the old school people. Things like that is behind closed doors.
Yeah,
you get me? Like, even if a girl come online and said, yo, you see this man, yo, this, that, you shouldn't come out and go to that level.
None.
You should just be like, I can't believe that I had this. In fact, you don't say nothing.
Nothing? You don't address the thing?
Yeah, you don't say nothing, Ben. I was a big supporter. It's been a major disappointment for me. Yeah, that's like me. For me, it was more disappointing. it was more disappointing for me, you know, Noble, because even if man's asked my dad, I was always saying, yeah, man, Omar, yeah, like how he, like, especially some of the earlier Breakfast Club interviews when he was going in. And man,
You know what it is though, Mark. You know what it is. It's again. It's about experience, in it.
yeah,
You had the exposure to Umar at a different time. If you was exposed to Umar as long as I've been exposed to him, I wouldn't have needed to have told you anything. You'd be probably telling me maybe a bit earlier, yo, what are you reckon about this, man? Peep this video. And I'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see that
yeah,
yet. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's all it is time. So a lot of the stuff, how he's able to continue is, let's say 100,000. He started with 100,000 people following him, yeah,
yeah.
and then 20,000 falls off when they realize. People have been checking him, Mark, from when he was head to toe in suits and he was talking the first. People have been checking him from then, saying this dude's a fraud. Don't listen to anything this geezer's saying. He's got some good talking points, as you have to. He couldn't just come on to saying, "Yo, give me some money for a black school." He has to bring some level of consciousness and truth to power, as we used to say back in the day. Yeah, you've got to do that. You've got to bait the pool, and the pool is the bait. The bait is the proof is in the pudding. Look what's happening to the black boys in America. Look what's happening to the black boys across this whole plane of existence.
We
We're
miss
at the
we miss
bottom.
one thing though as well, you know. We miss one
What?
thing. You know, Sukiana.
Yeah.
Do you remember when him and her linked up?
No.
No, but you never seen that. Type that in. Type in Sukiana, people, if you don't know who that is. What Sexy Red is. That's what Sukiana. She was the first Sexy Red that was just saying madness. And she must have said, like, I want to F Dr. Umar. And you know what he did, Noble? He got on a plane and he went to see her and my sister. And I'm like, yo, that's the kind of person you're supposed to be. I'm not saying you talk down on her, but you don't put her with your brand. So when I seen that, I said, oh, you're a clout chaser. You're a clout chaser. Polite, clout chaser. And I'm saying to myself, Polite, yeah, he was probably one of the worst, you know, out of all of them. He was one, because he was showing you in your face what it was like. I'm here just enjoying these women, enjoying these cars, enjoying this freaking jewelry. He was buying mad this. Yo, as soon as my man started getting to the money, he stopped talking all that stuff. He started talking about Rolls Royces. Talk to me nice. That's what he used to say. I'm like, yo, he DM'd Express Truth once. You know, remember when I screenshotted it and I shared it on the thing, and man's popped up. How are you sharing? My man touched you, and that's how I knew. That's how I knew. I was like, rah.
Hey, but you see, again, this is all about when you come into the thing, innit? When Brother Polite, or Sister Polite, as I refer to it, or Sister No Light, should I say, because he's got no light. He was full Nawabian. He was that Dr. York. He had the full attire on and everything. He was talking that Nuwapic language and all that. He was straight Nuwapic. He was doing, he was with Red Pill and Blue Pill, Know the Ledge Radio. He was with them initially. Then he was on Nikki Love. He was doing the rounds, basically, doing little presentations and stuff. And I will say, Mark, that he presented a level, because it was Nuwapic / Morris science information.
Yeah.
And at that point of my journey, those were the two main things. It was Nuwapic science, MST, and Nation of 5%. So I was studying in depthly that kind of information. So he jumped on the scene. I was like, yo, okay, Fast forward a year and a half, the Nuwapic stuff came off. He still kept the eyeliner on for debate purposes. You know, he used to wear
that thing on his face.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, man. Aisha, I'm gonna get to your comment in a minute. Yeah.
And he was doing his thing. He was building. He was caking. He was making these little pamphlets saying he's, emulating his spiritual father, who is a convicted child molester, Dr. Malachi Z. York, emulating him by creating, like, let's say, a 20-page pamphlet, and would call that a book. So he'd be introduced as Brother Polite, the author of 200 plus books.
Yes, I remember that.
And when you hear that, you're thinking, what the hell? And his ability to recall information, he's an excellent debater. His mind is a brilliant mind, but it's perverse. Hence, he's in the penitentiary now for the wicked, nasty acts he's done. Outside of scamming, Rising Paradise Cryptonomics, is it? Crypto, come on in the chat, help me out. Who's the brother who he scammed $200,000 plus out of, and he died shortly after? Cryptonomics or crypto something. Multiple people. Yo, Sarnetta, aka Filthy Frank, ex-criminal. And listen, I say that because I have to highlight the past. He's an ex-criminal, drug addict, Black Panther turned intellectual property stealer, and then undercut everybody else. This is how Sarnetta came up in his thing. He would buy a VHS from Ashwa Crazy for $30, and that's what the price of VHSs were back in the 90s. $30 for a VHS. It's not a pre-recorded thing. Something that's just been taped at a lecture and it's just been taped multiple times. So what he would then do, he would then re-record those songs and then sell them at a discounted price and then everybody else. Ashwa Crazy specifically sent his brethren to go around there, and they manhandled Sarnetta and said, you cannot sell our intellectual property like this. You're stealing this. He made a video saying, F these elders, man. This is about the knowledge. The knowledge shouldn't cost all this money. And to a point, there is a smidgen of truth with that. You know, we should be trying to give as much knowledge out freely, not putting a price cap on it. But if you've created something, you should be recompensed for it. It's plain and simple as that. So, cut long story short, Sarnetta, Filthy Frank, he opened the whole thing up for all of these perverts. If you look at the thing now, there's even more debauchery coming out about people who have been on that platform who have been charged for acts with women and underage.
Yeah, there was all them conscious community, man, were all using it to get what they wanted. Some wanted woman, some wanted money. Because I used to watch them, man. I'll keep it real. Sarnetta, my man was on fire around the time I used to watch him. He was on fire, Noble. Like
he was.
I remember I used to stay up for them New York live streams. Man used to be arguing, but what I realized with them, when I jumped off the wave with them, is when Hassan and Sarnetta started beefing, and like Hassan would say, "Yo, your wife's like people." I'm saying this just to show you the severity. He said like, "Yo, your wife's a bitch," and then my mum would say like, "Your mother's a whore." I remember one time I was watching a live stream, yeah. It was meant to be about, they were meant to be talking about, there was some topic that I wanted to learn about. Like, because a lot of them FBA dons, yeah, they do have knowledge. I'm going to keep it real. Yeah. They do have knowledge, so you can learn certain things, but he was beefing with Hassan Campbell. So as the stream started, he was like, you could see that he was angry, you get me? And I remember I left a comment and I said, if you're angry like this, you probably shouldn't have recorded, man. And then I think Hassan's mom was in the hospital and he was like, yeah, that bitch is in the hospital. Yeah. And I remember just thinking like, all you, man, what you practice, what you preach, you don't practice. So I remember saying, I can't watch you, man. So I jumped off from then. But with Polite now, my man almost went full retard. Like, I remember one time, but he had like a Rolls Royce, was it? Like one of them convertible Rolls Royces.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he had a suction cup, and he put like the phone on the suction cup, and he was like sitting in the Rolls Royce, and he was just like saying, "You see, I'm getting this. You see, I'm getting to this money. You man are just haters, man. You see, I'm doing my thing." And yo, I'ma keep it real with just his wife. Damn,
the original one.
Armalette or something.
Armanets, yes.
His wife's serious, you know, her legs rub together when she walks. That's how thick she is. Dark, you know, dark, like super dark, like crazy thick.
But let me say something, Omar. Let me say something to you.
Yeah. Right? She's obviously lost, of course.
No, she's lost, of course. But I'm talking about that's not all known or natural.
She's not natural.
Sibling. Remember,
she looks like she comes straight up from the motherland, man.
It's been done very good. The work is good. Is good. So salute to whoever's sucking the fat out and all that kind of stuff. No. She was. You want to see the old? Let me see if I can get a picture. I'll see if I can share it.
My man even had white women in it. I remember saying, "Yo, how are you?"
What about the trans? What about the trans woman?
Yeah, the trans woman. I didn't even know that.
Okay,
I didn't even know that.
It's not proven, but there is a video when that slingshot. They call it a slingshot.